I'm good with going. Roberto.
I know.
Do you?
Hands behind your back.
I'm better to my right.
Put your hands behind your back.
So he's going to be going to
Let go of your
jail
arm.
for assault,
There you go.
is
Let
what
go
I'm
of that.
guessing.
Babe, you got anything on you?
Nope.
Any weapons on you?
In the chest.
Knives?
Nope.
Okay.
What's up, guys? Squink here, former cop, future bricklayer, here to break down another video using my law enforcement experience. I'm going to answer one question, and it's the question that everyone wants to know. And that question is, what the hell are the cops doing? So I aim to do that in today's video. Let's jump into it. Today's video comes from NY Detective, a new channel. Drunk teen attacks family at airport. Gotta love it. Never seen it. Walking in blindly, giving you my genuine insight. Here we go.
What does that make any sense?
I'll tell you
I
something.
don't understand how you being from Philly makes you put your pants on any different from how I put my pants on.
On May 10th, 2023, officers were called to Orlando International Airport after a battery was reported.
Hey, fellas. So you guys have a seat over here in these chairs?
How drunk do you have to get to prepare for a flight? Also, I love the bike cop inside the airport.
Level 1B reference to the 85.
I don't. I don't.
You can't get any water for him at all?
No, I'm more worried about looking at you guys. So there's obviously there's some allegations here that I'm trying to figure out.
I know.
So if you guys can have a seat
Okay.
while we figure this all out, that'd be
You
great.
know how water man.
Okay, I have a feeling you're going to be a problem. You just kind of have that Jersey, what was that show on television? Jersey Shore haircut.
No,
Bro.
Are you going to freeze water for him?
I don't have water on me. Do I look like? Do I have water?
Can you get a water for her?
No, I'm more worried about looking at you guys. Okay, because I'm just trying to figure out everything that happened. I'm not worried about water.
Yeah, I'm not a
worried
waitress.
about- Does he need medical attention?
Yes.
He needs
Sit down.
water. He needs
Sit down,
water.
please.
Water.
Does he need medical attention?
He needs water.
Okay, I don't have water on
Right,
me.
I'm
I
not
don't
a
carry
waitress,
water bottle
sir.
on. Do you mind if I get your ID before you leave?
Fine, perfectly fine, bro.
You have a seat
Thank you.
right there, please, sir.
All right. Send him on. You send him at the word.
Both of these.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Please go get the other sir some water.
Hang tight. I'm not your bro. I'm not your bro.
Can I tell you something? I'm not saying you my bro. But that's how I talk. Can you come in
This guy, he's just like, I just want to get the fuck out of here.
here?
No, I'm good right here.
I'm from Philly.
I don't care where you're from. That makes no difference to me, sir.
You don't wanna. You don't wanna.
No, I'm just trying to figure this all out. That's what I'm trying to do.
All right. Leave it alone.
I've been trying to tell you that. Just hang tight. We can figure all this out.
Leave it alone. You're right.
Have a seat. Have a
Right.
seat. Have a seat. Have a seat.
Right.
Hey,
I
don't do
appreciate
that.
I
Watch
appreciate you getting so close to me to tell me that I'm right.
yourself. You're gonna land your ass in jail.
You can tell the cop is severely annoyed though.
I understand that. My concern is more so figuring this all out.
My ID.
How many drunk people do you think he deals with at the airport on a day-to-day basis? Because based off of his attitude, I would say 1 million at least.
No.
All right. 186 and 188, 97.
So guys, keep in mind he's gotta investigate this crime. Like there's just no way around it. He's taking IDs, he's doing what needs to be done because he was called to some sort of physical dispute.
Right.
Please.
So we were going down the elevator and the garage, and so there was a group of people.
Is she
It was
checking
an
him
older
out?
guy and a
Did you see that?
younger guy, and there was a group of people. It was an older
She just
guy
gave him the
and
up
a
down.
Younger guy, and I think those are the main ones. The younger guy forced his way into the elevator as the doors were closed.
Which elevator?
In the first lap, we take the elevator in the second level.
From
And-
the parking structure.
Yeah.
Right.
Down. And they were looking very intoxicated,
True.
The other guy was looking disoriented. And then when we got down, they were blocking the way. We excused ourselves through a corner there, and then as we walked around 20 to 30 steps out, the younger guy came and assaulted us. He punched my dad and like pushed him to the ground and then punched me in the face. I couldn't. I don't really understand. I couldn't really understand what's happening. I couldn't understand the speech. It was really slurred. He looked really intoxicated.
Right. Trashed as fuck, as we like to say.
They were standing in front of the doors, and you guys were behind them, and you were just trying to get out, and you're like, excuse me, trying to get out.
Excuse me.
But the
My
old
wife
man
and my
was the first and completely drunk. So excuse me, he protect me to pass. So but just like
The older
this.
guy.
Welcome to America.
I don't know if he was blocking the way intentionally, but just
He probably was.
I'll find it. If you just have like an ice bath.
That we bring everything for everybody. So.
Thank you.
But we don't bring water to that man. Period.
The older guy, he just looked like he was disoriented. He didn't know where he was, and he couldn't get out of the way. He was almost falling down.
Okay.
I excused myself, like excuse me, taking my mom by
His dad just punches him in the face. He goes, "Are you fucking kidding?"
the arm because we were starting to get worried about
Right.
you know, acting. And when we were, a couple seconds after we got out of the elevator, the younger man came running to us.
Right.
And punched me in the face.
Where did
And saying, what is it? What is it?
What was he saying? What were they saying?
Something
It was
like,
really
what are you
hard
saying?
to. It was really hard to understand what they were saying.
Where
Right.
did they? Where were you located when they punched
This
you?
guy.
So, you know where those belts are?
Yep.
Around halfway through them. Not on the belts outside, but
About halfway down.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good ways away. So like here from that garbage can over there, you think? From the elevator? That garbage can that's right there in the middle over by the counter? See the gray one? Or about as far
maybe
as those guys
farther,
are?
maybe farther than that.
Okay, yeah. All right.
He goes, "Can we just use like normal units of measurement? Like, do you have to point to a garbage can I can barely see? Can I just tell you approximately a football field? Approximately 100 yards."
So here's my question to you.
to 184 unit check.
If we establish a crime occurred during this investigation, do you want to prosecute these guys and have them go to jail?
Then we would not like to.
Okay.
I have ask for you.
Yes, sir.
In another case like this, if I react and
Right.
punch back, I
Self-defense,
will
bro.
have a problem.
No, you can defend yourself.
Okay.
Self-defense,
Yeah,
my
absolutely.
guy. Welcome to America. It's self-defense where we get into fights quite often. Generally not at the airport, but we do appreciate self-defense here.
Okay.
He did nothing.
Okay.
We have something called the Second Amendment, believe it or not, that lets us carry guns if we're allowed to.
The guy came, punched him, and did it not.
Right, no.
You're not familiar
No,
with the
you don't
laws.
have to let somebody just wail on you.
He's
you
like,
know,
I
just
love
keep punching you,
this
so you can
country.
defend yourself, but you have to be reasonable about that. So
Right.
you defend yourself until you stop the attack and you can distance yourself or whatever.
Okay.
He's like, fuck yeah, I cannot wait to go into the city tonight.
Ramming his head into the ground, and you know, it has to be something that's reasonable,
Yeah.
given the circumstances. So, okay.
Gate assignment, having to wait for that. The inbound comes over.
Yeah, he is sweaty.
What happened?
So usually best practice in these scenarios, any kind of scenario really, is to separate the parties involved so they can't, corroborate their stories. So you can get the truest representation of who's telling the truth and who's lying. So we're kind of doing that. I mean, he's still kind of within earshot of them though.
A little bit earlier,
Okay.
and I believe these two guys were like
you know, acting kind of like weird in a way. Don't know how to explain it personally.
Weird? Like foreign? Like they had accents? Is that why they were weird?
But they took it to a certain level of offense, and
Can you explain?
I guess depending on where you're from, you know, you look at certain things differently. And,
Sit down, please, sir.
Yeah.
Just, bro, just sit down.
Sit down.
Junior, sit down.
No,
bro.
you already slapped my hand. You're about to go into handcuffs. You understand me? No, you don't understand.
You could tell he's drunk as well.
That's battery on a law enforcement officer. Sit down. Conducting an investigation.
Yeah, just calm your drunk ass down and relax.
So, at the end of the day, I'm going to get to the point. So, we were in the wrong.
Big of him to admit that.
Like,
I appreciate
that's
that.
my cousin, and that's my uncle, right?
Right.
So they took certain things to a different level that it had, you know, it didn't have to be taken to.
Okay.
And things got physical.
Okay, I'll get with you.
Things got physical, and that's it.
Okay. Okay.
Sir, how are you feeling? Still drunk?
I'm supposed to leave today. How can I leave to Philly tomorrow?
Tomorrow? Well,
Or today?
Well, today
I was supposed to leave today.
they're probably not going to let you on the plane today
Why?
because you're highly intoxicated.
Okay, I respect that.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just telling you what the
And
airline
I
is probably going to tell
And
you.
I respect that.
Sure.
That's not nothing that I'm not denying.
Right.
How can I leave?
Right, I told
Well,
you.
as soon as we're done here, in just a
No,
minute,
respect.
we're going to get you out of here. Okay, so
So I can tell you from personal experience that drunk people, like when you're interviewing them as a police officer, they get handsy. And that's just something I came to terms with. Like I just realized, okay, I'm talking to a drunk person. They're going to be unpredictable. As long as they don't like drop their shoulder and get ready to punch me, I'm okay if they randomly just like, you know, it's just to be expected.
get you with your nephew here, who hopefully can get you.
It's definitely something I wouldn't lose my mind over and consider to be battery on a police officer.
It's where you can sleep it off. You can get in a little better state of mind to where they'll let you on the plane, because they're not going to let you on the plane like you are now.
And I respect that.
No, I'm good with going. Roberto.
I know.
Do you?
Hands behind your back.
I'm trying to do my right.
Put your hands behind your back.
So he's going to be going to jail
Let go of your arm.
for assault,
There you go.
is
Let
what
go of
I'm
that.
guessing.
Babe, you got anything on you?
Nope.
Any weapons on you?
Good check.
Knives?
Nope.
Okay.
You know, I do respect the bigger
I
guy
want to be 20.
throughout this whole situation.
Nope. With my debit cards and everything else.
Your ID in here?
Yeah, right there.
I got his ID.
Oh, you got it?
You got it.
How old are you? How old are you?
I'm going to guess 23.
Make sure. Nope. With my debit cards and everything else.
Your ID in here?
Yeah, right there.
I got his ID.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, I already
Got
got
it.
his ID.
You gonna leave that with dad, yeah? Is that your dad?
That's my cousin. That's my uncle. Right there. That's my uncle. That's my uncle.
Some for the road.
Yeah, sit over there. And just lean up in the corner and you're straight. All right? At least you got you something to lean your head against, all right? I'm going to try to get this done as soon as possible.
Take a little nappy, Roberto. Take a nappy nap.
What's up, man? I got you. I got you.
Is he crying?
All right, we just got to make better decisions next time. When you throw your hands up backwards like you did, yeah, you can, I'm doing an investigation, man.
I know.
Roberto, it's going to be
That's
okay.
what?
Nobody ever been there for my mom but me.
I understand that, but this doesn't help. You know what I'm saying? Acting the way you did does not help.
I'm with Philly.
Why does that make any sense?
Can I tell you
I
something?
don't understand how you being from Philly makes you put your pants on any different from how I put my pants on?
I know, but for the cops are different.
Like what? They don't fight back?
Way harder than what y'all do.
Okay, I didn't even come at you hard.
I know you did.
So what? You thought I was just gonna let that slide?
No, I thought you was coming more than my cousin and my uncle way more.
Still doesn't matter. Still doesn't matter, bro.
I thought you was gonna arrest them, both of them, and I didn't want that.
So what were you gonna do?
Have to do that. We still got a job to do, right? I don't want to do this, but I still got to do it.
You're right.
All right.
I respect that.
Hang tight.
Yeah, trust me, Roberto, I don't want to be a cop. These situations make me want to go work at Burger King as the fry guy. Trust me when I say that.
He was charged with battery on a law enforcement officer. Share your thoughts in the comments below.
Oh, wow. So he went to jail for that. Okay, interesting. All right. Okay, my thoughts on Roberto's behavior and the police behavior. Like I was saying in the video, like when you're talking to drunk people as a police officer, you just come to expect certain behaviors because you've dealt with them so fucking often, all the time. That is what 90% of policing is, just dealing with drunk people who don't know how to handle their emotions. So when Roberto did whatever he did, I wouldn't have taken it as personally as the police officer did in this video, but I can totally understand where he's coming from. He's probably very annoyed that he's having to be a police officer because the job is terrible. I'm not saying everywhere, but for the most part, the job is fucking awful. You deal with very awful people and you see awful things and it just starts to catch up to you. Some people it doesn't affect that way, but I'm rambling. So he probably was just like, no nonsense, was just made the decision right there. Okay, after I'm done interviewing everyone, Roberto will be going to jail for battery on a police officer. I don't totally agree with it, but I can see where he's coming from. That's about it. I would give the police a B-. For the reasons stated. You just have to realize that drunk people are going to do drunk things. And in the grand scheme of things, like I said, if they're not like squaring up to you, ready to fight you, these things can be worked through. Everyone's got baggage. Roberto's being emotional. He's being drunk. We've all been there at some point. But in the end, Roberto should not have swatted the police officer away like he was a fruit fly. That is definitely a no-no. But does it rise to the charge of battery on a law enforcement officer?
Nope.
I mean, I disagree with that. I do these videos every single day. If you like this one, like, subscribe, comment, and share. And I'll see you tomorrow for tomorrow's video. Sorry this one's coming to you late. I almost didn't record, but I'm here. And I'm doing the damn thing. See you tomorrow.